everyone, my name is Maxine and I'm marketing manager here at Jecca Blac. We're a vegan, gender-free makeup brand and we celebrate makeup wearers of all genders, identities and expressions. Today I'm going to be putting together a really quick, easy, no makeup look, incorporating products from our collections. I think this is such a nice base that would look great on absolutely everybody, and you could then layer lots of other looks on top of this if you wanted to, but it's very much my own go-to for if I'm in a bit of a hurry or if I'm going for something that's a bit more neutral some days. So the first step is going to be applying our Hydrate primer as a hydrating base before I apply my base makeup. Having really smooth, moisturized skin is such an important step of your makeup regime if you want to have a long-lasting base, because skin that is hydrated and smooth will just ensure a much smoother application for your makeup, which is much better for your makeup's staying power as well. Our Hydrate primer is formulated with aloe juice and shea butter, both of which are great for enhancing your skin's natural radiance and keeping your skin really well moisturized throughout the day. After completing my skincare and applying my SPF, I normally wait for everything in my skincare to kind of settle into my skin, and then I apply this on top. It's currently autumn in the UK officially, it's start of September, so I need to make sure that my skin is absolutely ready for those colder elements outside, and I just find that this really locks in that moisture all day long. So the next step in my no makeup look is going to be curling my eyelashes. The reason that I curl my lashes at the start of my look instead of at the end is because I don't like to leave any dents in my makeup, and I find that I sort of knock into my face a little bit with these parts of the curler, and because of that I prefer to do this step before I've applied any of my concealers or any foundation. So I hope that shows what a difference curling your lashes can make, even when you're going for something that is very much makeup free. If you're someone that doesn't wear makeup, this is such a good tip for just making your eye look a little bit more awake and ready. So I'm going to do my other eye now. So now that my lashes are curled, my next step is going to be to apply our Glow Drops Highlighting Primer in Rose Pearl. This is a very subtle, dewy, pinky, pearly kind of colour that suits every skin tone and can be applied all over the face if you want that kind of like dewy, all over glow. I'm just going to be applying this to my cheekbones and kind of the high points of the face. And when it's rubbed into the skin, it is much more subtle. There are lots of different ways to wear this. You could mix it in with your moisturizer or body lotion. You could apply it on its own at the end of your look as a highlight. Looks great on the collarbones. And I will be layering some makeup on top of this, which will also make that glow even more subtle and give it even more of like a no makeup feel. I think an important part of no makeup as well is doing it in natural daylight, so that you can really see how the makeup is looking everywhere. There's no strong overhead lighting, casting any shadows or like filling in any areas of my face. This is literally how my makeup is going to look in person and like throughout the day as well. My next step is going to be to apply some liquid corrector in 2.0, and this is great for just looking a little bit more awake. I have a bit of under eye darkness, not loads, but like just enough that I want to cover up. Anywhere where I have a slight bluish undertone, around there, I'm going to apply this liquid corrector. This is very sheer and buildable, so you could layer another concealer over the top if you like, or just go straight to your foundation. I'll be layering another concealer on top today. My next step is going to be to take our Correct and Conceal palette. If you haven't seen this before, it has a colour corrector and a concealer. This is a fuller coverage than the liquid corrector is, but it is very buildable. And as I've already colour corrected my eyes using the liquid corrector, I'm going to follow that with the concealer part here. The shade that I'm using here is Medium 3.0, and you can use a brush or your fingertips or a sponge, whatever you prefer. I'm going to be using this brush by Spectrum. This is the A05, and just pressing this onto my face, literally all over. This is just going to even out my skin tone. It's going to take out any areas of redness, such as on my chin and around my nose area. And because this has a cream consistency, it still has quite a natural skin-like finish and is very buildable with other products. I'm just applying a little bit extra to where I colour corrected to make sure that those blue undertones are colour corrected and concealed. I think that's made such a difference around my under eyes and has really brightened that whole area. Without looking like I have makeup on there, it's been able to make me look much more awake. So my next step in my no makeup look will be to bronze with our Sculpt and Soften palette, which is another of our cream products. If you want to use this to contour, it does come with a free guide which shows you how to build a contouring regime tailored to your own features and your own desired results and exactly what you're looking to get from your contour. Today I'm just going to be using the bronzer part of it to bronze my face and add a bit of warmth kind of to the sides of my face. I'm just going to be putting this into the Sculpt part of the palette, which is the bronzer part. I'm applying this to where I might have caught the sun a little bit on my face. So now that my base is pretty much complete, my next step is going to be to add a little bit of colour to my cheeks and my lips using one of our play pots. These are cream pigments which can be used on the eyes, cheeks or lips, or anywhere on the face or body you want to add some colour to. They're very sheer and very balmy, so I'll just be going in with a little bit of coverage today, but they're definitely very buildable, and if you want to make something that's a bit more dramatic with these, you will be able to do that as well. They're very versatile. So using my finger, I'm going to be patting this onto my cheeks, and we want to blend this out so that it looks really minimal. So I'm going to use, after kind of mapping out where I want the blush to sit, I'm going to use the same brush that I used earlier for my coverage. I'm going to put a little bit of blush on my nose as well, just because I think if I'd have been in the sun a bit, that is where the sun would have hit. So then just using this. And you see how you're left with kind of like just a wash of colour, which just makes your skin look a bit brighter and a bit more awake. Next, because I'm going for something that's a little bit more dewy today, I'm going to add a tiny bit more glow drops to my cheekbones. This is a really buildable highlight, and I just put some on the back of my hands. I'm just going to pop some on there. I think it always helps to pat it in with your fingers as well. Something about the warmth from your fingers and the warmth of your face really helps the products blend into the skin. I'm going to apply some translucent setting powder just around my eye area, and this is to stop any creasing. Doing this just helps your concealer last a bit longer. You can also add some extra powder to any areas that might get a bit more shine throughout the day. For me, it's just here. I'm just going to add a little bit of Play Pot Red Touch to my lips as well. Again, I'm really not applying much. My final step is just filling in my brows a little bit. I've just done this one here. I'm literally just filling in where I have a couple of little sparse areas and then combing through. I'm now just applying some clear gel to my brows just to keep them in place all day. I like mine to look a little bit messy, so I'm kind of fluffing them a bit at the same time. So this is my finished look, and I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this little tutorial. Links to all the products that I've used will be in the description. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos very soon. Bye!